Bismillah, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, good morning everyone. Okay, in this time I will tell you about material about the OSI layer. So OSI layer is open system interconnection. Model is a conceptual framework that describe how different layer of a network system should interact. Understanding this model is crucial for anyone working in the field of working. Okay, what is OSI model? So OSI model is a standardized approach. The OSI model provides a standardized way to design and troubleshoot network system. And second, layer-based structure. So the OSI model is divided into 7 distinct layers, each with its own responsibility and protocols. So like this, the first is physical layer, second is data link layer, so third is transport, and fourth is transport layer, and fifth is application layer and others. And third is modular design. The layered approach allows for a modular design, making it easier to develop and maintain network components. So this is the work of OSI layer. So the OSI layer is look like this. So the first is physical, like cable or what is that? Physics like cable, yeah. And second is about MAC address and switch and others. And third is IP net, or we can say it networking layer. In networking layer there is IP, bridging, routing and others. And there is transport layer, session layer, and presentation layer, and application layer. So it look like this, the work. So the first is layer 7 first. So you are like watching YouTube, so the device is learning about it, and they deliver it from this layer 7 into layer 1. After that they put it from the layer 1 until the layer 7 again. Okay, next is the layer 7 of the OSI model. First is physical layer, so deals with the physical equipment involved in the network, such as cables and connector. And second is data link layer, is ensure reliable and error-free data transfer between devices on the same network. And third is network layer, responsible for routing and addressing, ensure that reaches the correct destination. And this is the explanation of the physical layer. So the physical layer, it's look like this, it's cable, and the physical layer is the foundation. So this is hardware. The physical layer deals with the hardware components that transmit data, such as cable, switch, and routers. So the hardware like cable that they say, switch. So the physical is like physics, like laptop or cable like this, and this is a signal. It is responsible for converting data into an electrical or optical signals that can be transmitted over the network. The third is synchronization. The physical layer ensures that device can communicate by synchronizing the timing and voltage or voltage level of the signals. Next is data link layer or reliable data transfer. So data link is support for error detection. The data link layer use techniques like checksums and cycle redundancy checks to detect and correct errors in data transmission. Second is flow control. It manages the flow of data between devices to prevent the sender from overwhelming the receiver. The third is media access. The data link layer control how device access the shared media such as Ethernet or Wi-Fi to avoid collisions. The third is network layer or routing and addressing. So the first is the logical addressing. The network layer assigns logical address such as IP address to facilitate the communication between devices on different network. So IP address is like room like that. And routing is for searching a line or what is that, a route or for the destination street. So it determines the best path for data to travel from the source to the destination, even across multiple networks. And the third, the last, congestion control. The network layer helps manage network congestion and ensure efficient use of network resource. And the fourth is transport layer, end-to-end communication. So in transport layer there is three. The first is segmentation and reassembly. The transport layer breaks data into smaller segments for transmission and reassemble them at the destination. So it works like this. So when it's going to up again, or from layer 7 to layer 4, they make it segmentation, so for make it easy. And when they want to back again to up, they reassemble again for make it perfect again. And for this segment is for transmission and reassemble them at the destination. Second is flow control. The transport layer manages the flow of data to prevent the sender from overwhelming to the receiver. And error recovery. It ensures reliable end-to-end communication by retransmitting loss of corrupted data segment. And this is session, presentation, and application layer. So session layer is maintains, and synchronize communication session between application, ensuring data is exchanged correctly. Session layer and presentation layer translates data between formats and encoding, ensure compatibility between communication device. And last is application layer, provide the service and protocol directly to the end user application, such as web browsing, file transfer, and email. Okay, the importance of understanding the OSI model. So this is the good things that you learn about the OSI model. So you can do troubleshooting, network design, and security. So troubleshooting is understanding the OSI model, help network professionals isolate and resolve issue by identifying the specific layer responsible. Second, network design. Then the model provides a framework for designing and implementing efficient, scalable, and interoperable network system. And last is security. Knowing the OSI model is crucial for implementing effective security measure at each layer of the network. Okay, so OSI model is like fundamental of the network. So you need to understand it first before learning harder. Okay, I think that's all from me. Sorry if I have some mistake. I close this class. We're sitting alhamdulillah together. Oke, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.